Hello everyone. It's 1:55 p.m. in the afternoon. I'm doing a regular video right now rather than a live stream so I could try to stay quiet, try to stay calm and not have to get frustrated and yell and you know so I'm surprised I only got like probably 2 hours of sleep. And so this morning I went to fake Walmart and I had, I got me some more stuff for my hair and hope it works and hope I can try again to practice to take the knots out of my hair, hoping I won't have to cut it or get it cut. And excuse me. And so I had, let's see, I got me, remember I told y'all someone gave me, a little bit of funds. I'm not going to say how much, because the stalkers, they don't have the right to know. They don't deserve to know, So I got, certain amount of little funds. And, and so I went to, fake Walmart and got me two kinds of juice. I got this juice called Suja. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Suja, and it's their Uber Greens. Supposed to be cold pressed juice. And I got me some watermelon juice also. And all I had to eat was a sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit. Just one, and nothing else. I mean, and the juices was the first thing I drank since yesterday afternoon before leaving the hotel. And yesterday I didn't have a lot of water to drink, and after 1 o'clock I had nothing to drink yesterday at all. And even in jail I said, well, how come, how come there's, they gave us food, but they didn't give us anything to drink, or they didn't give us, come on, dude, you're an older man doing that with your shoes. He was an older man, screeching his shoes on purpose for nothing. He was looking at me like as if something was wrong with me. He was wearing a blue shirt. He was an older man screeching his shoes on the floor. So I took my earbuds out so that I can hear myself talk and hear myself better and try to not talk as loud, so they won't say I'm talking too loud. So I'm trying to keep my voice down, but also try to have my voice at a tone where y'all can hear me. Excuse me. So yeah, I probably had, like, let's say I had like juice and milk yesterday morning with my breakfast. And then I think I finished the last of the lemonade from yesterday. I mean the lemonade yesterday. And then after that, I had a little bit of water and not a whole lot, you know. And then, like, when I was trying to rush to finish eating lunch before leaving the hotel, the buy one get one free plate that I got the day before yesterday, you know, I felt bad that I couldn't get to eat the fish because I ran out of time. Um, so I felt bad to have to throw the piece of fish away, and the rest of the vegetables from, like, the other cucumber and microgreens, I didn't get the opportunity to eat those, and I felt bad to let those go to waste and throw away. Um, but I tried to eat what I could. Um, you know, if I would have had an extra night, I probably could have finished eating, the fish, the microgreens, and the cucumber, you know. Um, and that probably could have been my dinner if I would have had a hotel room another night without having to check out. If I would have had funds, help with funds, you know. So, yeah, like, as I said, I had nothing to drink yesterday, and just, I did not eat that sandwich. I did not trust to eat that sandwich. Um, and certain people, I don't know if they might have said, well, you weren't going to get sick because they got so many preservatives in the meat and the cheese. Well, I mean, or what, like, if they had bologna or whatever, I never saw, bologna is usually always refrigerated. But, I didn't trust to have, I didn't know, sorry, I didn't know how long the bologna sandwich was sitting out for, you know. So all I trusted to eat was the little bag of chips and the tiny little thing of cookies. And I'm surprised I wasn't really super hungry and was, come on, man. I'm showing y'all the noise harassment, how long they're doing it. Come on, man. So, I kind of got distracted. So, I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, so I wasn't, I'm surprised that I wasn't extra hungry, you know, with just simply eating the chips and a tiny little thing of cookies and nothing to drink. And throughout the whole time I was in the jail, I used the bathroom only twice. And it like when I got out of jail in the middle of the night, y'all saw it was raining when I got out of jail. A good thing it wasn't pouring down heavy, but it was raining, and I had to walk at least probably over an hour, or was it under an hour? I don't remember. Um, but I had to walk sometime. in the rain. And last time I got wrongfully arrested and taken to jail and illegally swatted, I um I also, when I got out of jail, it was raining. You know, so like this morning when I got my items back, I'm glad I was able to get all my stuff back, and it looks like they just super disorganized all my belongings. Like, and I tried to reorganize it the best way I remembered, or the best way I could. And I had some, and I didn't even get to sanitize my phone, because the cops, he threw my phone on the ground, but not as heavy as the previous arrests. But there was some yellow stuff on my phone. And the idiot cops, they disgusting, and they don't care about your property or nothing. Or they don't care about you. And what they did was they illegally put my phone on top of the garbage can. Disgusting. Why would you put my phone on top of the garbage can rather than the rest of the stuff? But then you already threw my shit to the floor anyway. You know, excuse me. Yeah, I don't remember. Once I got out of jail, I don't remember if I got the opportunity or thought of to sanitize my phone. Since the stalkers think they got a fake rule that I'm forbidden and not allowed to disinfect and sanitize my phone, and that I deserve, they're like, Candy's gonna be needing a new phone. Well, I already need a new phone, not because of me sanitizing it, because I've been sanitizing my phones for years, but the cops throwing my phone multiple every time I get wrongfully arrested and thrown in jail, you know. But the two masculine women from last year, they threw my phone. It wasn't this phone, it was another phone. They threw my phone the hardest. You know, so when the fake officer threw my phone yesterday, I just saw some yellow stuff on the bottom of my phone, but I don't see any new cracks and stuff. But, you know, the officers from the previous arrest in January, I still have cracks in my phone. And it's like, wow, this is hindering me as a writer. That, you know, I get a brand new phone and get illegally swatted and wrongfully arrested and taken to jail, or abusive narcs and perps. When I film and record and document the evidence of the gang stalking, you know, a random person, you know, on the streets will rough handle and jerk my phone out my hand and throw it, or steal my phone or whatever. You know, y'all saw what my brother's illegal husband, fake bacteria perp, did to me when Wyatt had passed away. She should have butted out our family business. You know, she's confronting me about stuff that she don't know anything about, and bragging about stalking all my social media and everything. She threatened to kill me, and she meddled in, and, you know, I was trying to film and record the cops passing by in the gang stalking activity, and then she's like, "You do not have permission to record me." She had a guilty conscience. And she wrongfully wrestled my own phone out of my hand and threw it as hard as she could, hoping that she can throw it in the hurricane rainwaters. I mean, the leftover hurricane rainwaters from Hurricane Francine. I had a rough week that week, and I did not deserve to be treated the way I was, you know. So, but anyway, excuse me, the way I was recently treated at a hotel this whole week, You know, I have to, well, I'm not, from what I know, I'm not banned from there, and they're supposed to transition to changing it to a different hotel brand, a different hotel brand, and I don't know when. If it would be this month or next month, it was supposed to be before July. And so I don't know when they'll make that transition, but my transactions finally went through with the payments, um, for the hotel. And that's the hotel I get to do laundry, but it costs over over $100, but it's no come on, man, over $100 and no deposit. It's over $100 and no deposit. But I am close to enough points where I could get enough. I mean, that I could get. Come on, what are y'all doing? Excuse me. Where I'm close to almost there. Almost there. Close to enough points where I can be eligible for a free night there. It's high fake traffic of everybody walking in and out at the same time. Excuse me. So I have like almost enough points. But the thing is, it would cost me $12 or $13 to buy an extra certain amount of points to make it enough to make ends. And I never did that before. But I never like just purchased extra hotel points. But if I bought if I bought wow, why is it if and more people coming in and out, excuse me. So the excuse me. So I never purchased like extra points to make ends meet to have enough points for a free night. I just let my hotel stay add up. But I have the option of where I could either purchase enough points to make ends meet for $12 or something, and then go to that hotel, back to that hotel, and deal with being abused again. Or one hotel, the stalkers had called up so bad and harassed that I cannot go back over there, but I'm supposedly not banned from there. But the stalkers illegally found out where I'm at and had me wrongfully, trying to have me wrongfully kicked out and banned from there. So I don't want any trouble over there. And then that hotel, I would have like almost, I have enough where points where if I could get that hotel night for free, and the other night can be, it's a little over $50. Excuse me, it's a little bit over $50. Um, for the second night, but I don't have $50. But for the first night could be totally free. But if I were to go there right now, I can't go there because of stalkers harassing so bad and try to get me wrongfully banned from there. So, but if I could, um, excuse me, it would, I would, be able to get like a totally free night, but the buses don't run in that area on Sunday. So, and it's kind of far out, and so if I were to get a night there tonight, um, I would be stuck out and stranded tomorrow with nowhere to go. And I would, would have nowhere to go until, come on in. I would have nowhere to go until Monday. I would have nowhere to go until Monday. Excuse me. So, um, and there's another hotel that I have enough points where I could go there for free, but they want a $50 deposit. That's my little excuse me situation, you know. But the hotel where I can buy enough points to make ends meet. If I waited a couple of days, I won't have to purchase extra points, and excuse me, I won't have to purchase extra points. And I'm just waiting for the previous couple of days worth of points to kick in, you know. So it's kind of complicated. If I mean, but, well, I can't flip my camera, but these pants, you know, are the pants that God is good and his wife got me the pants and the shoes and the shirt and stuff and some underclothes. And, oh man, they're squeezing my organs and causing my entire body to cramp up. You know, so I, excuse me. Yesterday I was caught in the rain, and the I had ate the buy one get one free plate, the leftover so-called free plate. I ate as much as I could for lunch. I explained that in the video. And God is good, and his wife, they donated me a little funds enough for lunch, but it was raining, and I felt like I had no choice. It was raining pretty hard, and I had no choice but to take an Uber to the library. I didn't have enough funds to go downtown, straight downtown, So I went to the library and tried to ask for more funds for more hotel. And, fake Darnisha, fake Darnell, he didn't have to do that to me. And then laugh and rejoicing and doing this whatever nonsense, stalking and harassment, and they think it's funny. Excuse me. I probably should share with y'all the screenshots of him bragging about how he bought my soul on eBay. Or he sold my soul, that he owns my soul and sold it on eBay. Come on, y'all. See, nobody else gets told anything when they talk too loud or be too loud. Excuse me. When he was talking about that he owns my soul and went and sold it on eBay and just talking all kinds of crazy. Y'all know how he talks and how he does and everything. So he acts like he's sexually lusting for my soul, over some cheesy ass little $76,000 a year. I'm not doing the most for crumbs and losing my soul behind it. Y'all are dumb. When they say go get a job, they mean prostitution, sex work, and gang stalking. And they block me from a real job. I can move in silence and they still know my every move. I don't have to say what I'm doing. I'll be like, damn, how they found out? You know. So, excuse me. I have enough funds to eat dinner tonight, but I don't know how much I will have, if I will have enough for breakfast or whatever tomorrow. And these pants, so they're like thin, very thin pants. And the sweatpants, they had holes in them. And I thought the weather was warming up. No, it's still the same weather that it's been since March and April. You know, it's like, wow, it still ain't. I mean, it's May. It's May. To me, in between like May 10th, what is May 10th, huh? May 10th and the 20th, to me that's mid-May. So I can't believe that it's gonna be, having cold fronts still. I thought it would be warm enough that I could get rid of this jacket, but they're gonna have more cold fronts. Excuse me, more cold fronts and cold, from the rain and stuff. And it was supposed to rain all day today and all day tomorrow and all day Monday, but I guess they switched around the weather predictions, I guess, and I, like yesterday, I was planning to go and get rid of this jacket and give it away to another homeless person or something. I had washed the jacket and everything, so, and I forgot totally about it. But I did not put on the jacket or wear it at all yesterday, and I wasn't even thinking, well, I already explained, but, so now I remember the cop said, did you see anyone walking around with come on. He said, did you see anyone walking around with a camo jacket? And I was like, no, because I wasn't wearing it and I wasn't even thinking, I was sleep deprived, days of sleep deprived. And then he said, is that your stuff? Is that your camo jacket? And I try to explain, because I knew fake donut illegally swatted and lied on me. And I guess he had, after he threw my phone, I guess he started to condemn me and talking about me resisting arrest. When I'm like, wait a minute, I'm trying to figure out what's going on. you know, he tried to talk about me resisting arrest. I was like, but how you gonna try to just handcuff me behind a false accusation without finding out proof first? And then they actually went and looked all around the building yesterday and found nothing and still took me to jail talking about failure to identify, but I committed no crime. And they said, well, your failure to identify is a crime. How is that worth $500? And the stalkers talking about that the tarot cards showing them that there will be more arrests and more arrests. They're using witchcraft to do this to me. And it's like, wow, are they even using witchcraft to block my prayers? Because it seemed like even from last year's arrest, it's like none of my prayers were answered. None of them. And I try to not lose faith, you know. And even earlier this year, none of my prayers were answered. And then, you know, yeah. So even though I am legally allowed to stand on the library property after hours, you know, I'm just gonna I don't know if I'm gonna go straight across the river and go get something to eat over there, or if I'm gonna just do my normal routine and get me something to eat here, and then take the last bus to go across the river. I'm worried. Like still have my jacket, but with my pants, I'm worried about these thin pants. You know, I'm worried about being too cold. I'm worried about my legs being cold with these pants. You know, but later next week, like after Wednesday or Thursday, the weather is supposed to be back in the like 70s at night. You know, but it's supposed to be like 64, like really cold. I'm gonna end up suffering. You know, if I gotta be out on the streets. Excuse me. You know, so it's like the stalkers think it's fun to have me wrongfully arrested, that and the cops being perps too, and abusive and narcissistic and power hungry and drunk on power, you know, drunk with power. Power that they don't deserve, power, and they don't deserve power and rulership and authority. They don't. And so, excuse me, I heard that if you're innocent of a crime, the cops are not supposed to take you to jail for failure to identify or resisting arrest. But only if you actually did something. And fake Darnell was bragging and laughing, talking about you shouldn't have tried to break into the library building, and then making laughing emojis. Y'all can look at my live streams and see I was standing there the whole time. Before the library closed, there was no, I mean, y'all could check the doggone building security cameras. They're not even considering that for evidence that I was innocent. And from the last arrest, they're trying to make it like I was committing criminal mischief. They dropped the resisting arrest and failure to identify charges from the last arrest and just want me wrongfully going to court That's the June 25th court date that they keep postponing. I'm sorry, that they keep adding more fake court dates for harassment and talking about criminal mischief. How and I was legally allowed to be on the property. I was just trying to, that time I was trying to ask for help for funds for hotel out of the cold. And this time asking for help for hotel out of the rain and storms. And the stalkers were bragging and laughing about, oh, you spent a night in jail out of the rain rather than hotel, ha ha ha, and stuff. Just evil for no reason. Like, how can you hate me and try to destroy me and I don't know who you are? And they had that abusive, narcissistic, fake, bossy perp. I don't remember her name. It started with an A. I blasted off on her in my live stream this morning with her trying to dish out bossy orders to try to tell me to move somewhere else and stay off the internet and stuff. And like, you don't know, don't do that to me. And she was, come on, man, shut up. They're wearing perp colors. Shut up. They're doing this on purpose. Get away. So, see, they distracted. They're so evil. Now I lost my train of thought. I don't remember what I was just talking about. Yeah, it was a black couple. The guy was purple with white shirt and red pants, and the female was wearing blue. And then they had an Asian female and her son. They were all four of them talking, See, that's more noise harassment. So, yeah, they're stupid idiot. So, I'm angry that, excuse me, that I can't, I have to, like, find a way to get a hotel night. I mean, no, I don't even know if anyone's gonna help me with an additional $50 for the deposit for the free hotel night for tonight. And then I could go there. I don't know if they have laundry there, but if I could take a shower and get laundry. I mean, I'm feeling filthy, gross, and disgusted from when I was in jail and they had that mattress above me that was dirty and bloody, and with my OCD and everything, you know, and they snooped through all my freaking belongings and just contaminated and ruined everything, and some of my stuff, like my clothes and stuff, like brand new. My shoes, pretty new, and they forced me to take my shoestrings off and they threatened to confiscate all my shoes. I mean, my one pair of shoes. They threatened to confiscate it if I didn't take my shoestrings off. It's like they wanted to make sure I do what they say. Demanding power, and they don't deserve it. You work for the devil, you don't deserve power and authority. Especially not over me. And me and the cop, after getting out of the vehicle yesterday, at one point we had an argument over, no, you don't know the law. You don't know the law. You claim to be a police officer, but yet you don't know the law. And he's like, oh, tell me about revised SS rule, whatever, RS rule, whatever. Oh, I bet you. And he thought he could try to shut me up. But how you going to throw someone in jail talking about failure to identify and they didn't commit any crime? I did nothing wrong. Just trying to get help with funds out of the, for hotel out of the rain. So, but the hotel that I was recently abused at, I might need to calm down from going over there because I don't want stuff to escalate, And I have almost enough points to be able to afford to get to stay there, But I would have to wait a couple of more days for the points to kick in. I don't know if they would kick in tomorrow or Monday or, but I need a hotel tonight. I mean, I wish I would have to do laundry again and wash all my stuff again. And, wash all my stuff, all my clothes, everything. I'm panicking, feeling gross and filthy, dirty, and disgusting from being in jail. They violated every aspect of my OCD and everything. They just kept saying they don't care. How they don't care. Why they kept hammering at what is your mental illness? They asked mental before physical. Excuse me. And, and one people have, like with my Tourette's and my hypersensitive ears, that's false information to call those mental illnesses. Tourette's is a neurological disorder. And people say that, if you're on the autism spectrum or whatever, that your brain will process things differently. And I don't know, some people say that autism ain't a mental disorder or that you don't need medication. Stop! They would say that autism is not a mental disorder or that you don't need medication for it. But yeah, I've seen the perps make remarks talking about me being autistic or on the spectrum. Well, if you know someone is disabled, why pick on them? Why bully, stalk, and harass and try to make their life miserable for no reason at all? Homeless beggars on the street don't get really harassed and stalked. Unless you're a TI that's forced homeless. So, why is everybody wanting to punish me before finding out the facts that these stalkers are lying on me? I mean, I wish I had a few more nights at hotel to be able to recover and rest after high stress of everything that happened to me. You know, I didn't even get full or proper rest because of being abused at that previous hotel. I mean, even if I could just have 2 more nights of hotel and to get to comb my hair, I mean, I won't be able to do it within one evening slash morning or one night, you know, to get to comb my hair out and um, wash my clothes and stuff and try to get rest or whatever, you know, excuse me. And the stalkers, you know, they are satanic cyber criminals. They practice witchcraft. They're evil. And people won't listen to me, but they would rather listen to them. Excuse me, they would rather listen to a lie than the truth and wrongfully punish me. Y'all hear the fake sirens? Well, it's 2:41 p.m. in the afternoon. I'm really hungry. Um, but I didn't eat lunch today, and I had a super light breakfast, and you know, a fake junk food, light junk food for dinner. You know, so it's like, excuse me, more fake jail and more fake court dates, all because I won't sell my soul to the devil. Because you're lusting after my soul, but then my physical appearance and my character, you trash me. But then you talk about how you want my soul so bad. I'm going to ask y'all like y'all do, make that make sense. It seems like I don't trust selling out for multiple reasons, but one of them is that won't make you treat me better. I mean, and for the way the stalkers lie and say Candy sold her soul to the devil and don't realize it, or she's worshiping the devil and don't realize it. No, that's y'all. If I would have sold my soul to the devil or been a perp, what happened yesterday would not have happened. And they have so many people that's avoiding and ignoring me and keeping a distance from me in the TI community because the regular perps posing as TIs and infiltrating, and also fake TI perps making everybody hate me. Fake TI perps, stop! And they went to stop, right? Come on, man. And they're walking too slow. I just wanted to make sure y'all hear me talking. So they trying to murder me, and they want me to forfeit my soul and join the dark occult world. I don't want to be part of that. Just leave me alone and let me be. And it's like, that won't make me love y'all. I mean, I'm sorry, that won't make y'all care about me anymore. I mean, they have people who sold their soul to the devil and they're more poor than me. That won't make me, I mean, that won't make people care about me more. That won't make me be popular and well liked. You know, it seemed like you're probably just gonna take my soul and then kill me 2 hours later. I don't trust that. I don't want to lose my soul at all. So, but the undeserved, stop! Every time I try to mention about the writing date, that homeless perp, he keeps coming in and out. One of them, excuse me. So more jail and more court dates. That's setting back my writing goals. It's really setting back my writing goals. And they're pushing for more jail for stuff that I didn't commit crimes. And they wanted, even the fake police wanted to falsely argue that I'm guilty. And and then the fake jail guards treat me like I'm guilty and then say, well, you got to take that up with the judge. It's like nothing but cold hearts up in there. Where you get no comfort. But I'm surprised in that jail dorm, I noticed that they had some of the women that try to write some encouraging messages of hope. You know, many people going to jail being falsely accused of crimes and getting wrongfully arrested of crazy stuff. And you don't even have to be online or on social media for this. I mean, you know, for a random police officer to just falsely accuse you of something and lie and say you're guilty and say you're suspicious. Hi. So, and people try to tell me stay off the internet. Why does everyone else have a right to use the internet, but I don't? I have no choice but to have to come online and ask for help. The stuff that I write gets ignored. Everything about me gets ignored. The only people who pay attention to me are the stalkers that's trying to destroy me. They stalk and harass everything I do, but then they turn my supporters away, and they're trying to recruit souls for the dark world. For the Illuminati New World Order, Satanic New World Order. Why y'all trying to make people lose their souls, which is more precious than money? It's like I almost was gonna give up yesterday when I was in jail. I almost was gonna give up. And feeling defeated, feeling defenseless, feeling hopeless. You know, I had a rough week where I felt hated all week. And only a small amount of people support me. Very tiny amount. And it's like, you know, I was trying to figure out how could I make my writing earn its own money enough that, how can I make my writing earn its own money enough to, you know, where I don't need to ask for donations and help. The stalkers are suppressing my YouTube channel that I can't earn from that. And fake Darnell would harass me and talk about how him and Charlie's Angels are teaming up together to steal my revenue from my channel and steal my viewers and stuff. They think that doing wicked is right. And they're nothing but liars. You know, excuse me. Yeah, this morning I had to resort, later this morning around 6:30 or 7 o'clock, I had to resort to putting this jacket back on because I started to get really cold after the rain had stopped, you know. I'm feeling emotionally depressed. I can't even think. It's difficult to survive. They're trying to make it hard for me to survive. You know, they're trying to kill me. And see, she's play fighting with her son. So, yeah, I mean, if my YouTube content is earning me under $170 per month, how are people trying to tell me stay off the internet? And that's one less income stream or income source for me. For me to lose out on almost $200 every month. And then they disrupt my live streams. I can't live stream. I ask for help when I need it. And then when I'm not asking for help, they harass me when I don't need the help. And like the big help that I got earlier this week, I probably could have done a live stream and more, but like after I've been on the streets for so long and then come back and like my body's trying to recover from sleep deprivation, and then the stalkers harass me and call me lazy and say all you do is eat and sleep and lay in bed all day. You don't know what I do all day, and it ain't your business. You're a random idiot from the internet. I don't know you, hiding behind, fake profiles, never revealing your identity, but you're gonna freaking burn in hell. And they're like, well, you're gonna go to hell too. You're gonna go to hell first. You're gonna go to hell before me. You ain't more righteous than me. And the satanic stalkers try to talk like they think they know the Bible better than me. Like as if salvation is a competition, but you made your deal with the devil. You're part of a satanic cult, trafficking cult. Excuse me. So my big writing goals are put on hold, and I'm tired of just writing just little bitty short stories. I want to work on bigger things. Stop! I want to be able to work on bigger things with my writings. I'm a self-published author, and they think they got the fake authority to make like I gotta have someone's permission to be an author or have someone's approval. They think I'm not allowed to be called a content creator. And when people say stay off the internet, you're victim blaming. You're abusive narcissist that's victim blaming, and narcissistic abusers always want the victims, to stay off the internet. And make it like you deserve this, you deserve that, or you put yourself in a position and you allow it, or you put yourself out there. In the same way that we get victim blamed with rape or someone taking advantage of your money. But yeah, I'm feeling terrified of these thin pants and me having to suffer out in 64-degree weather with these pants, And I bet you if I start swimming, they will try to gang stalk me and try to get me wrongfully banned from the free swimming places, And my bags are too big to store in the lockers and stuff for me to try to go swimming. If I could go swim and shower for free at no charge. or to be gang stalked and harassed and falsely accused of things. I mean, that's why I said I was afraid to go to the Treme Center again. Stop! I was afraid of going to the Treme Center back over there. I'm never going back over there again. You know. But I'm about to get off here. I'm trying my best to stay strong and not give up. You know, they want me to go and off myself, and I'm trying to stay strong. And it's like, you know, they're trying to coerce, perform what they think is tactics to try to coerce me to go and off myself when I'm fighting everything I could to survive and stay alive every day. And they just criminalize my very existence and survival. As I said, when I had a job and was being independent, I was still getting attacked and harassed and bullied and death threats almost every day for nothing. For nothing. And for them to stalk my GoFundMe every day, and I wasn't even asking for help when I had the GoFundMe. You know. But I had more stuff, more things to talk about. But it's almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's 2:56 p.m. right now. I love y'all, and I have no choice but to ask whatever y'all can help, whatever y'all can spare to help. Come on. Whatever y'all can spare to help me out with, you know, it would be greatly appreciated. I would hate to have to suffer out on the streets because I don't know if fake Darnell is gonna have me killed for real. When he's gonna do it. When is he gonna have me killed for real? Or plant someone to be an in-person perp that would try to stop. If he would try to plant someone to be an in-person perp to take my life. One in-person homeless perp already threatened me, that racist white guy. He threatened to throw me in the river. He must have been eavesdropping and listening in on my live streams. The fact that he wasn't, and there was a couple of other perps that were black or whatever, that were homeless or not, that they have made threats to throw me in the river also. And they had a black man named Darius Clement or something like that. He was working near the river, and they said he went missing for over a week, and they still have not found him. And I heard that the city of New Orleans is doing nothing to try to look for his body. And he was working, and they say that he worked so hard that he was pretty much married to his job, for his own job to turn their back on him and betray him like that. And, you know, I'm terrified, me being homeless and by the river when I got to be on the streets. I have no choice but to be there. And then when they perform their perp tactics, people making like Candy starting mess, Candy starting trouble. She's the chief aggressor. And that, no, people don't act like they don't want to believe I'm being gang stalked, and I'm showing y'all what's going on. Stop! Let me get off here.